Hi, and thanks so much for joining in today. I'm Anna Hellman, and today I want to talk to you about a change with Stampin' Up's Photopolymer stamps in our new catalog. Now, technically, this isn't a change with our stamps themselves. It's a change with the packaging. But if you have been using Stampin' Up stamps in the past and you continue to order and use the new ones, you're going to notice this change, and you may be a little bit surprised when you see it. So I want to share a little bit about it and share a few tips that I think are going to be really helpful with using this new style of packaging. Now, make sure you stick around to the end, because at the end, I'm going to share a time-saving tip and how this change in the packaging is going to save you time in your crafting, which I think is awesome. I also want to share a quick tip for preventing staining on your photopolymer stamps as we go through here. So if you would love to reduce staining on your stamps, then you may want to hear that as well. So let me show you first what the packaging has looked like in the past with our photopolymer stamps. So here is one of our past stamp sets. Here we find the stamps between two thin layers of plastic, and on the thicker piece of plastic we have printing showing which stamp belongs where. And I have always loved that printing. It helps me. I always check before I put my stamp set away to make sure that all of those printed areas have a stamp on top, and I don't have one straggling somewhere on my craft table that I've not put back. So that's what they have looked like in the past. Now let's look at what you're going to find when you open up one of these new stamp sets. What you are going to find is the stamps are still between two layers of plastic, but there is no printing here. The printing is on the inside of the case. So what you can do with this is you can either leave your stamps in between these two layers of plastic, and when you put them back in your case, you can still look at it the exact same way and make sure that all of those areas are covered with one of your stamps, one of them's not lost. Or you can actually remove your stamps from these plastic sheets and attach them to your case. So stick around for a couple of minutes and I will show you what I am going to do with these new photopolymer stamps. But in the meantime, I want to show you quickly my tip for reducing staining on your photopolymer stamps. One of the biggest benefits of this type of stamp is that you can see through them. You attach them to your clear block and you can see through them, so you can see exactly where you are stamping. Well, when they get stained, it hinders that a little bit. You usually can still see through some, but just not quite as well. So this is what I do as soon as I get my new photopolymer stamp shipped to me. Before they go into my collection, I use my Versamark ink pad, cover that set with that clear ink, and before it dries, I come back in with my chamois, or you can use another way of cleaning these, whatever way you use to clean your stamps, and clean that ink back off. Now, just by providing that really thin layer of ink, it is going to reduce the staining on these stamps. I've tested this before, compared stamps that had the Versamark to ones that didn't, and it does reduce the staining. It does not completely eliminate it by any means, but helps reduce it some. So that's what I do when I first get my stamps. Now, I have this new set. What I am going to do is, and this goes upside down. These are all lined up so that you can see exactly where they go. So if you get it in the right direction, you'll be able to see exactly where all these stamps go. So I'm going to pull these off one at a time and put them right inside of my case. Now, rather than show you the entire thing, let me pull in a couple of sets that I've already done this with. Here is the Pansy Patch set that I have already finished this. And here is another one as well, Beauty of Friendship. So here is your time-saving tip. Rather than pulling them between those pieces of plastic, from now on you can open up your set, pull that stamp off, and go. And when you're done, stick it right back in place, and that is it. So I hope this helps you get used to this new packaging for our new photopolymer stamps. Thanks so much for joining in. You can find a link in the video description below to go to my blog and find ordering links for these products. While you're there, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell for notifications when I share new content. Please like, share, and comment away. Thanks so much for joining in, and I hope to see you again next time.